Windhoek City's spokesman Joshua Amukugo has dismissed allegations recently by persons who say the 20 million Namibian dollars the city invested over the past 6 years in its closed-circuit television camera system was a waste. Amukugo is of a contrary opinion and has said it has been money well spent, as evidenced by an 80% reduction in crime in those places where the cameras were set up. The recent security move by the city has reduced criminal vices like theft of vehicles, armed robbery, bag snatching, and ATM fraud, to mention some. Amukugo said they are determined to invest more in the use of technology to ensure that high-level safety prevails in the city. At present, there are 64 cameras installed in public places in Windhoek and close to 300 at municipal offices and premises, while a further 25 cameras will be installed before June at places such as sites including major shopping centers, traffic intersections, most of the central business district, as well as tourist attractions around the city. CCTV as a crime prevention measure forms part of the larger integrated crime prevention and road safety system and is really effective and well maintained by a dedicated team. Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone are the recipients of the World Bank Group's $15 million, which will provide 10,500 tons of maize and rice seeds to over 200,000 farmers in these countries who have been hit by the Ebola virus. This is to especially encourage farmers to take advantage of the planting season in May. The crisis had practically ruined a lot in all these countries, particularly the agriculture and food sectors, hence the assistance. The funds, in the form of grants financed by the International Development Association and the Ebola Recovery and Reconstruction Trust Fund, will also be used to purchase fertilizer, which is important to multiply foundation seed to meet tight planting season deadlines and help lay the foundations for sustained recovery. A statement from the World Bank Group notes that latest estimates by FAO and the World Food Program has showed that in Guinea, 230,000 people were food insecure, and that number could rise to more than 470,000 by March 2015. According to the report, Ebola's onset coincided with the cropping and harvesting periods, and rural flight led to large-scale shortages of farm labor. In Sierra Leone, over 120,000 people are food insecure, and their numbers could climb to more than 280,000. Kailahun, an epicenter of the epidemic, is the country's most fertile food-producing area. World Bank Vice President for Africa, Mokhtar Diop, has been quoted as saying, "Agriculture is the lifeline of the economies in Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone. By speeding supplies of urgently needed seeds of major food crops to communities in West Africa, we are jump-starting recovery in rural areas and preventing the looming specter of hunger in the countries hardest hit by Ebola." The World Bank Group's ongoing West Africa Agricultural Productivity Program, WAP, involves 13 West African countries, the 3 Ebola-hit countries inclusive. At the launch of Ghana's literacy training program for the deaf in Accra last week, the country's Deputy Minister of Gender, Children and Social Protection, Mrs. Della Sowa, noted that government takes seriously issues of disability and it is doing all within its powers to make life comfortable for them. She made the call after she received an appeal by the Center for the Employment of Persons with Disability to help in finding employment for their members. Due to their physical disability, the affected persons tend to be sidelined in society, and for many of them, they don't stand a chance with their equally educated peers or some who they are more than qualified for a job. As noted by Mrs. Sowa, a member of Parliament for Pando, 1,155 persons with disability have been identified and registered by the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection for various vocational skills training. This year, the ministry will provide timely, reliable, and disaggregated data of persons with disability and mainstream their issues in the national planning process. The Deputy Minister has said the literacy program is essential to empower the deaf in the society and comes at a good time. The ministry will also facilitate the implementation of the Legislative Instrument on Persons with Disability Act and ensure that all public buildings are accessible by persons with disability by 2016.
Now guys, it's time for us to take a quick break, but the show has only just begun. Plenty of goodness when we return.